I'm going to arrest you under the suspicion of the obstruction of justice.
Radio 2.
It's Friends Round Friday.
This is Friends Round Friday.
The Zoe Ball Breakfast Show.
It's Friends Round Friday, gang. We have three glorious guests with us this morning. Once the Queen of England in Victoria. She's now been called the Queen of Crime. She has a new series. It's called The Jetty. Hello, Jenna Coleman. Did you giggle there at that intro?
Yeah, I did. I liked it a lot. The Queen of Crime.
Queen of Crime. Jenna, how are you, gorgeous girl?
I'm good. I'm well. Thank you very much.
Lovely to see you this morning. Life is quite literally a cabaret for our next guest. At the moment, he's starring as MC. We loved him in Strictly Come Dancing. He was phenomenal with his partner Nikita. It is Leighton Williams.
Hello.
Hello, darling. I'm sorry, us getting you up early on a Friday morning when you had a show last night.
Oh, what for you? Anytime. It's all good.
Anytime. Oh, I quite like that husky voice at this time of the morning.
Hopefully wakes up by 7 o'clock this evening and I have to sing again.
How was your show last night?
It was fab, actually.
Yeah.
Audience was great. It was the vibe. Like, we're past, like, the kind of, like, halfway point. So, you know, Saturday's
already. So that's it. You know it like the back of your hand. Mm-hmm. And she has a brand new album out today. I've always wanted to meet her. She's been wowing crowds and music lovers for a long time. Kat Burns, welcome, darling. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Album drops today. How are the feelings?
Nervous, excited, scared, everything.
Okay, it's such a build-up to this, isn't it, as
Yes.
well?
Yes.
I mean, you've been releasing music for quite a long time.
4 years.
4 years.
Yeah.
So now this moment comes.
Yes.
What did you do last night? Did you celebrate or?
So I made a short film for the album. So we had a screening for that last night, and then my friends forced me out afterwards.
Great, good.
As I should.
So yeah, who's had the latest night? I went to a gig last night. Jenna, were you in bed early last night?
I was.
You were. Oh, good girl.
But I'm still. It's still struggling.
You're an actor. You're not used to these times. Leighton, what time do you go to sleep?
I'd say roughly about 1-ish.
1-ish. That's all right, Kat.
I'm going to say 2.
Okay, go girl! Look how good she looks
and you're
on
looking
it.
fresh.
I had to do my skincare this morning, guys.
The Zoe Ball Breakfast Show.
Jenna Coleman has been filming a new series, The Jetty. It starts on Monday night at 9 o'clock on BBC One, or you can stream the whole series on iPlayer from 6 a.m. on Monday morning. So if you're off sick after the football, you know what you can do. Jenna, lovely to see you as always. Sometimes when I'm talking to people who've got a new series out, they'll send me the whole lot and I will binge the whole lot. And people are calling me going, you're supposed to be at this meeting. I'm like, no, I'm working. But Jenna, they only sent me one and I was so infuriated because I need to know more. What can you tell us about The Jetty?
I can tell you it's a very interesting case because it's a case of a detective who thinks she's looking at a case, but as she does so, she's basically unpicking her own life and her past and forced to confront herself. It's a bit like looking in a mirror and the mist clears.
Oh, yes. Was it quite fun being a detective?
Oh my God, no. Well, I honestly...
We all think we are one, you see, as we watch these dramas.
I know, but like trying to not do the cliche detective is so hard. And the first couple of days I was like, right, you've got the coat, whatever you do, don't put your hands in your pockets. But then I was finding myself in these really weird positions and I was like, Jenna, what are you doing? So it's like so consciously trying to not do the detective thing. I was becoming weird. So
fingers on your chin.
yeah, totally. And then like my arms would be like up in the air, and I was like, "What is this position?" So then I finally relaxed into it and was like, "It's fine. Just know what you're in." Yeah.
Okay, so if you set the scene for us, I'm so scared of saying the wrong thing, although I only know what happens in episode 1. But
me
at the
too.
moment, so there's been an incident.
There's been an incident.
And also there is this case of a missing girl, somebody who went missing as well. Okay, so there's something has happened to one young lass, which is quite scary, and then someone has gone missing.
Yeah, and there's a podcaster in town investigating a missing girl from 17 years ago.
Okay. True crime podcast. We love those.
Yeah, there's a bit of there's definitely a bit of podcasting, true crime podcast, and it's kind of it's all very weaved and how one case kind of affects the other, and all comes back to Ember and Ember's, which is the character I play. The Ember's kind of past and the relationship with her husband.
Okay, yeah. And she's a great mum as well. I can say, is it Ruby Stokes?
Yeah,
who plays
Ruby
your-
Stokes,
She's
yeah.
fab. I love the scenes between the two of you.
Yeah, it's great because there's this dynamic where Ruby, who plays my daughter, is kind of like the adult. My mother in it, played by Amelia Bullmore, is like the teenager. So it's kind of everything's like reverse engineered in a very clever way.
You can see that. It reminded me of my own daughter, actually, where I sit with her and she's the one speaking sense.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have that kind of
Me and my mum, for
relationship.
sure.
Yes,
If she's
Leighton,
listening,
you
she's
do.
probably not, because she's probably still asleep.
She's been fast asleep. Kat, do you have relationships like that with your parents where, you are educating them?
Oh, all the time.
Yeah, good.
All the time.
It's what we need. We need to learn, us parents, we do. So that's fantastic. Also very excited that Tom glynn-carney is in it,
Yeah.
who is Egon in House of the Dragon at the moment. It took me a while to put two and two together. I was like, oh my gosh, it's Egon.
Yeah.
He's in there as well. It's a great cast.
He
I love
literally came from Flying a Dragon, I think,
Right.
to our set. I think it was like one of the, like he'd rapped and then came straight up to Manchester.
Oh, no, he's so very good. And I won't give any spoilers for the last episode of House of the Dragon because things took an interesting turn there. Okay, so you don't put your hands, no hands in the pockets.
Well, no, I do. I
There,
can't.
you do. It does happen. But also, if you're wearing a Mac, you're going to put your
I
hands in your
know.
pockets.
It's
aren't
really
you?
comfortable.
Okay, and now, so if there's 4 parts
Yes.
to this, could there be more, or it's just a story that is just within itself?
This is very much like a limited within this story.
Okay.
I mean, there could be.
Could there
but
be more from Ember?
There could be more from Ember. I
Okay.
mean, it's a small town.
But that's Miss
So
Marple.
much happens in a small
Look what
town.
happens in a small town. Look at Midsummer. I mean, there's
I
more
mean-
deaths in Midsummer per capita than there is in the whole of the rest of the world, I think, sometimes.
True.
Okay. So, I'd like to see more of her because I think she's fantastic.
Yeah, it was the character was like very well, very, very well written. And I think that was the thing that really drew me to it as well, because it didn't feel like, it felt like it's definitely a human relationship drama first before it's a detective thriller.
And that's what we like, the family and the stories, and because all families have skeletons in the cupboard, don't they? They do. I think everyone's going to absolutely love it. The Jetty, was it fun getting into the lingo of, police work? Is there...
Oh no, again, I'm terrible at it. I got the giggles. If I had to arrest anybody, I instantly got the giggles. And I had to say this, like something like the suspicion of the obstruction of justice, and I just could not, for the life of me, say it.
Okay, say that one more time.
I'm going to arrest you under the suspicion of the obstruction of justice or something. I can't even do it
God,
now.
Jenna,
I used to know that from the bill back in the day.
Oh!
You do not have to say anything, but if you say anything, you may be all of that malarkey.
Yeah,
I'll start laughing.
Hang on a minute.
Yeah.
So, could you now arrest Cat Burns?
I could try. What did they say? You do not have to say anything, but what you do say is something about evidence. It was a bar. I was like, yes.
Convincing, actually. I have to say, she doesn't look slightly threatened
She's
by
not
that.
scared.
Jenna, just imagine here that Kat has done something atrocious, and you finally caught her. What would you say to her?
I would say that I'm going to arrest you under the suspicion of the obstruction of justice.